I think you
It's
just have to
great.
you just have to make yourself, because
Yeah.
it's an extra tool. Otherwise, that's lost. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I just make myself. When it's very humid, I can definitely feel, you know, tightness in my left wrist. And my doctor at the time, because it was actually the third time that it was messed up. I broke it twice before, once with ice skating and once with roller skating.
Oh no.
Yeah. Hey, you know.
Hey, well, I did roller skating.
Yeah,
Same.
but whatever. So
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I was growing up, I was also riding horses, or even when I was in teachers college, and I fell off the horse so many times. Nothing ever happened to me. I was not wearing a helmet, you know.
Oh my gosh.
You know, I'm so lucky. So knock on wood. So I think I know I'll have arthritis probably in my, you know, but there's things you can do. You can wear protective things, and again, that's one of the reasons why I use the machine for certain things, because I know there's a limit to what I can, you know, what I can get out of my body, and if there's certain things I can prevent some of the overuse. Because I remember I worked at this coffee shop full time for 17 months, and there were it was the milk, the gallons of milks, and then the espresso machine. Yeah. 40 hours a week, 40 hours a week, you know, and then like there were nights where I would be like, I didn't know how to sleep on the shoulder because it was so totally overused. So your body has only so much, even if you're like super strong and eating all your vitamins and you're like, you know, relaxed, and like all those things. There's only so much you can, and some of us are luckier than others with how strong they are and how, you know, like how flexible and all that, and how natural things come to your body. That's another thing that you can't really control. But like, like I just learned there's, you know, you can control how much you're overusing, and you just have to be a little, you know, think about it a little bit. Because I know when you're like 20 or 25 and you're like, I'm like Superman and I don't care, I can do anything. Yeah. And you just kind of overuse. At a certain point, you have like no knees left, or like no wrists, or you know, you have these things in your shoulder that you can't really fix anymore. So
well, so like the shoemaking, it's a good way to also keep your pace too. I think you don't want to make a bulk of things all really quickly, you know. The pace of making, keeping it at your own pace is a good thing, I think.
And also maybe try to take a day off once in a while. Doesn't hurt, because like that's the other thing, us entrepreneurs, you know, like it's tempting to just work 7 days a week and push it to, like, I've done it like 12, 14 hours, you know, and
every day.
And
you burn out. It's not good. Yes.
And
for your creativity and everything.
Your creativity definitely, it's not good. I pushed it so hard that I just got sick. You know, I just got sick, and then like after, like I basically was sleeping for 2 days, and I was like, wow, I feel so much better, and like, oh, I have all these ideas. And it was like, wow, you really, you know, you gotta take care of yourself.
Absolutely. I think the silver lining to this pandemic, one thing is that, like, okay, everything halted, so it's a little tricky, but like, okay, this slower pace, you can still incorporate some of the things that you're doing now into your life. I feel like in the future that would be nice.
Yeah.
You know, like to cook, to see friends,
bake,
communicate more. And everybody. So the Creative Independent did a amazing detailed interview with you, and like has a blog about you and about how you started in the beginning, who you learned with. And so I'm not going to cover that, but it's a really good article, I think, and it's really honest, and like you're very vulnerable at the same time. You're like very, yeah, your hopefulness comes through the blog too. So yeah, I really recommend people to read it. And then shoe questions. Anything else that somebody? I'm gonna look at the question on something earlier. Oh, it's kind of an impolite subject, but how do you go about pricing for a given project when every pair you make is unique? What criteria do you consider in making a quote?
So I consider out of experience, I consider the materials that I'm using. Okay, the materials, and then about average time that I spend, and then the different construction techniques. So that's how I think, and if it's something, yeah, and that's what I think about. And when you meet with a client and you talk about the different things they want, you can kind of think about, well, a hand welted shoe or a boot is going to take about this long, but then I have all these extra things. Expense for the material. So if it's just a regular, French calf versus, a crocodile or something like that, then you have to charge for the material extra. Or if I'm doing if I'm doing the indigo dyeing, which takes extra time also, then I charge for that as well. Or if I'm doing I love doing embroidery and like inlays and overlays. That so you have to think a little bit about you have to think about the time you're putting into it. But, question about indigo. Do you keep the vat alive, or do you use is it one of those natural indigo vats that you kind of keep alive and you use, or you don't dye it enough to? I think if I start with making all these work samples, and then I might keep one alive. But the last few times I just, I've had this oh, okay, I'm feeling like, doing indigo dyeing, and I would just do like a whole bunch of leathers and then that's it. But if I would do it on a regular basis, I definitely would, now I have a backyard that, I could definitely kind of keep going. Oh, cool. Yeah. Someone had, this is it's a big question just now. How do you stand out in a crowded marketplace as a bespoke shoemaker? Oh, that's a big question. Hold on, I have to plug in because. Okay, I've been talking for so long. No, yes, my phone. Well, I think we all have our styles. I think, and so what I just learned. So you can't do everything, and you have to find your niche. And you have to develop your style. So, and that took why I've had some strong things always about materials and colors, but it really took for me a while to really kind of get to, it's just sort of kind of like happens that I had to sting with like color and the texture and the different styles and how I see material. And so I think every designer, every maker has to get to that where you find the materials you love to work with, you find the flow, like you just kind of find those things as you make, it just kind of develops as you're making more and more, and you kind of experiment and learn as much as you can. and then it just kind of happens. And I think then when you put yourself out there, people, so that's the big thing. I want my dream client is somebody who takes what I'm about and what I make, and it's not somebody who thinks, well, she can do that, she can also, then I want you to do this and this. I will also do that for somebody who is willing to do fully bespoke and like wants something totally extreme. That's really cool too. But what I'm saying, my dream client, where I really kind of is somebody who digs my abilities and kind of wants to play with me. You know? Like
with
wants
your
to kind of, and that's really it. And I think if you have that, you have your style, people will take that and they find me because of that. Now I have people that find me because of that.
Of your work. Yeah, great. Great.
That like I have my own sensibilities about color and material and shape and all that. That's just who I am. And so that's
yeah, no, that's great. That's great. Sarah Sabatus says, when I went to Horween, they had some upper veg tan that was newishly developed if you were looking for more. Just like a comment.
Cool. Oh, you're cutting out
maybe
again.
We should look into it.
Oh, you're back.
Because you're working with veg tan.
Oh, yes, I would love to.
Have you reached out to them? Can you hear me? Yeah. So
Yes,
says
I can hear
Horween.
You now.
I actually haven't visited. Good.
I have not.
Horween. I
have not been to Horween yet. It's been on my list.
Me either. Me too. All right. I'll let you know when I go.
Yes, we could. We can make a little field trip.
Yeah, right? Instead of flying, maybe we can drive. I don't know. Maybe flying is quicker, but you know. I feel like I've been like hogging your whole afternoon time. So I'm gonna say bye soon or now. And I think all the questions that some of the viewers had.
Well, I just wanted to just wanted to say thank you so much for having me, and thank you for doing this. I think it's an awesome idea to having these shoe talks and bring all these different people, you know, together, and it's great for, you know, like people that watch this, and I think it's awesome. Thank you so much for doing this, and thank you for having me. And if anybody has any questions or ideas like that viewer about the Horween leather, just send me an email, get in touch over Instagram. I'm totally happy to answer more questions, and you know, that's it.
All right, sounds good. I'm frozen.
And is watching from Tuscany.
Right
Hi.
But
well, thank you so much. Bye.